Well, thank you all for being here to our Touch of Jewish History with Va-Dor. And tonight is Ralph Lauren, his life and career. And afterwards, we're going to let Miriam Sivak share a little bit because she actually knows Ralph and his wife Ricky, and her husband was very great friends with him for a long time. So we're going to get started now. When you think of Ralph Lauren, polo shirts on a Connecticut golf course might come to mind. The designer Ralph Lauren is known for creating an iconic waspy style, which makes it all the more surprising to learn of Ralph Lauren's strong connection to the Jewish community. Among other things, Ralph made the polo shirt famous that everybody wears today, whether it's of the label, Ralph Lauren or Polo. They call it the polo shirt, just like we call Kleenex. A documentary film called Very Ralph, which was released on HBO in November 2019, shines a light on the nuances of Ralph's life, including his Jewish identity and the part it played in his trajectory as a fashion designer. You can watch Very Ralph on Amazon Prime, Hulu, HBO Max, or Apple TV for free. The American icon Ralph Lauren, who has been designing clothes since 1967, was born Ralph Lifshitz in 1939 to Ashkenazi immigrants Frida Cutler and Frank Lifshitz, who, like many Jews in the late 1800s, early 1900s, left Europe and came to the United States. Growing up in the Bronx, Ralph attended Jewish day school, followed by the Manhattan Talmudical Academy, before attending and graduating from DeWitt Clinton High School in 1957. Following in the footsteps of his older brother Jerry, Ralph decided to change his last name at the age of 16 from Lifshitz to Lauren, because he was tired of humorous mispronunciations and bullying. Jerry explains, his brother, that even though they attended a Jewish day school, they were still mocked for their last name. But they didn't make the decision as a means to erase their origins. In those days, it was common for Jews who emigrated to America to change their last names, both for functional reasons and for safety purposes, anti-Semitism, etc. Following his time spent serving in the United States Army, Ralph worked for a tie manufacturer as a sales assistant in his 20s. Working with a tailor to create custom suits to his liking, Ralph Lauren ultimately took his own tie designs to a buyer at Bloomingdale's, which was then the store where all the cool new brands and latest fashions were unleashed. But when asked to make his designs more narrow and replace his label with their own store brand, Ralph refused and walked away, resolved in creating his own path. "This is the brand, and this is the name," he said. Lauren convinced the company Beau Brummel to hire him as a designer. He named his first line of ties he created for Beau Brummel Polo, which was inspired by images of polo players from the 1930s. Working out of a single drawer from a showroom in the Empire State Building, Lauren made deliveries to stores himself. In 1971, Norman Hilton provided Lauren with financial backing to start his own company and expand into more product. His company, Polo Ralph Lauren, was thus launched, making him one of the first menswear designers who created a cohesive collection. His first full women's collection was launched the following year in 1972. 1971 also marked the opening of Ralph Lauren's store on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, California, the first freestanding store for an American designer. Lauren has been married to Ricky Ann Lobier since 1964, and together with her they have 3 children, 2 sons and a daughter, Andrew, David, and Dylan. David Lauren is the only one of Ralph's children to join his business, becoming the Executive Vice President of Global Advertising, Marketing, and Communications at Ralph Lauren Corporation. His wife, Ricky, and longtime creative muse, grew up hearing about her parents' difficult experience living in Vienna, Austria. They left when Hitler came. She grew up hearing what they lived through, explains Ralph. The challenges their parents and ancestors endured seems to have played a part in inspiring both Ralph and Ricky's special supportive bond and their tenacious grit. Today, at age 86, Ralph remains the company's executive chairman and chief creative officer, meaning he still directs the creative vision of the brand. While he no longer manages the day-to-day operations, he still plays a vital role in the company's creative direction and overall strategy, and remains very involved with the philanthropic giving to special causes. And with that, I will go to the very first video that we have for you. And this one is entitled From Lifshitz to Lauren, and this was done in January of 2024.
From Lifshitz to Lauren, the triumph of Ralph Lauren. In the heart of the Bronx, New York, in 1939, a boy named Ralph Lifshitz began his journey. Little did the world know that this youngster, whose very name would become synonymous with elegance and style, would one day create a global fashion empire. This is the inspirational story of Ralph Lauren's life, a tale of resilience, creativity, and the unstoppable spirit of an American fashion icon. Early struggles. A name change as a shield. Ralph Lauren's story begins with adversity. Born to Ashkenazi Jewish immigrants, Frida and Frank Lifshitz, Ralph was the youngest of 4 siblings. His father, an artist and house painter, instilled in him a love for creativity, but life in the Bronx was not without challenges. Young Ralph faced relentless bullying at school, prompting him to take a decisive step at the age of 16. Following in the footsteps of his older brother Jerry, who had also changed his name after experiencing bullying, Ralph legally switched his second name from Lifshitz to Lauren. It wasn't just a change of letters, it was a shield against the cruelty of others. His choice to redefine himself was not just a superficial alteration, it was a declaration of independence and a commitment to shaping his own destiny. The Bronx may have been a tough proving ground, but Ralph Lauren emerged with a new identity, ready to face the world. Education and early ambitions. Ralph's journey through the educational system was marked by determination and a keen sense of purpose. After attending day school in the Manhattan Talmudical Academy, he graduated from DeWitt Clinton High School in 1957. His educational pursuits continued at Baruch College of the City University of New York, where he delved into the study of business. However, life has its own plans, and Ralph's academic journey took an unexpected turn. Despite his academic pursuits, he dropped out after 2 years. The business world was calling, and Ralph Lauren was about to embark on a path that would redefine the way people perceive style. Military service in the road less traveled. From 1962 to 1964, Ralph Lauren served in the United States Army. This period was not just a patriotic duty, it was a transformative experience that would shape his future endeavors. Following his discharge, he briefly worked for Brooks Brothers as a sales assistant, gaining valuable insights into the world of fashion. However, destiny had a grander plan for Ralph. He became a salesman for Rivets, a necktie company, showcasing his flair for style and fashion. At the age of 28, armed with a vision and determination, he persuaded the president of the tie manufacturer, Beau Brummel, to let him start his own line. This pivotal moment in 1967 marked the birth of the Ralph Lauren Corporation. What started with men's ties was destined to evolve into a global phenomenon that would transcend fashion and become a symbol of timeless elegance. The rise of a fashion icon. The early years of Ralph Lauren's enterprise were not without challenges. The fashion industry is notoriously competitive, but Lauren's commitment to quality and style set him apart. His designs weren't just clothes, they were statements, reflections of a lifestyle that blended sophistication with an adventurous spirit. As the 1970s unfolded, Ralph Lauren's creations resonated with a diverse audience, transcending socioeconomic boundaries. His brand became a symbol of aspiration, capturing the essence of the American dream. From the polo player emblem to the iconic polo Ralph Lauren shirts, each piece bore the mark of craftsmanship and style. What set Ralph Lauren apart was not just his ability to design clothes but his skill in curating an entire lifestyle. The brand became synonymous with luxury, capturing the essence of the American aristocracy. From elegant evening wear to casual polo shirts, Ralph Lauren's designs spoke to a broad spectrum of consumers, making him a household name. Universal acceptance and influence in hip-hop culture. As the brand flourished, something remarkable happened. Ralph Lauren's creations transcended cultural boundaries. His designs were embraced by people from all walks of life, from the streets of New York to the runways of Paris. The universality of his brand was a testament to Ralph Lauren's innate understanding of style as a language that speaks to everyone. One of the unexpected fan bases that emerged was in the hip-hop industry. Ralph Lauren's designs, with their blend of luxury and street style, resonated with hip-hop artists who saw in them a reflection of their own journey from struggle to success. The polo Ralph Lauren logo became an emblem of aspiration, worn proudly by icons in the hip-hop world. From Harlem to Hollywood, Ralph Lauren's influence spread like wildfire. The fashion brand wasn't just about clothes, it was a symbol of empowerment. Hip-hop artists, with their unique ability to shape culture, propelled Ralph Lauren's designs into the limelight. The fusion of elegance and street culture created a powerful synergy that would leave an indelible mark on the fashion landscape. Overcoming challenges. A billionaire's journey. Ralph Lauren's path to success was not a straight line. The journey was marked by obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. Yet, with each challenge, Lauren emerged stronger, his vision clearer. The ability to overcome adversity is a hallmark of successful entrepreneurs, and Ralph Lauren embodied this spirit. From the Bronx to the boardrooms of the fashion elite, he faced skepticism and rejection. But his unwavering belief in his vision and the resilience to push through setbacks propelled him forward. The decision to step down as CEO of the company in September 2015 was a strategic move, allowing him to focus on what he loved most, creativity.
Ralph Lauren stepping down as CEO of
It's an end of an era and a sign of the times. It could change everything we're wearing.
For Ralph to step back and actually bring an outsider in is really interesting.
As executive chairman and chief creative officer, Lauren continued to shape the aesthetic of the brand, ensuring that the essence of Ralph Lauren remained timeless. Beyond fashion. A life of luxury. Ralph Lauren's success extended beyond the world of fashion. His love for rare automobiles manifested in a stunning collection, some of which have been showcased in museum exhibits.
As a designer, visionary, or philanthropist, Ralph Lauren needs no introduction, but he also has one of the most stylish automotive collections in the world.
The synergy between fashion and luxury cars wasn't just a coincidence. It was a reflection of Lauren's commitment to a lifestyle of refinement and elegance. His properties, including a remarkable car collection, became extensions of his creativity. Each element, carefully curated and designed, was a testament to the man behind the brand. Ralph Lauren wasn't just a fashion designer. He was an architect of dreams, creating a world where style wasn't confined to clothing but permeated every aspect of life. Philanthropy. Giving back to the world. As Ralph Lauren amassed wealth and success, he never forgot the importance of giving back. His philanthropic endeavors became a way to share his success with the world. From supporting cancer research to promoting education, Lauren used his influence to make a positive impact on society. A man who had faced adversity and emerged triumphant, Ralph Lauren understood the power of opportunity. His philanthropic efforts aimed to provide opportunities for others, ensuring that the American dream wasn't just a distant aspiration but a tangible reality for those willing to strive for it. Legacy of inspiration. Today, Ralph Lauren's legacy extends far beyond the clothes he designs or the cars he collects. It is a legacy of resilience, creativity, and the unwavering belief in the power of one's dreams. His story serves as an inspiration to young entrepreneurs navigating the challenges of the business world and to those who dare to redefine themselves in the face of adversity. The journey from Lifshitz to Lauren wasn't just a change of name, it was a transformation of identity. Ralph Lauren's life is a testament to the idea that success is not confined to a single path. It is a journey of self-discovery, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of one's vision. Aspiring entrepreneurs, young and old, can find solace and motivation in Ralph Lauren's story. The Bronx may have been the birthplace of Ralph Lifshitz, but it was Ralph Lauren who emerged, a symbol of American style, creativity, and the indomitable spirit that propels individuals to greatness.
The next one I have for you is a Jane Pauley interview with Ralph, and
it was quite a scene at designer Ralph Lauren's glittering 50th anniversary soiree not long ago. Celebrities and fashion industry bigwigs turned out in force. Then again, it's a big anniversary for a very big name in fashion.
I saw this as a land that I loved. There's a sense of freedom.
At the wheel of a rusty pickup truck that's seen a lot of unpaved roads, Ralph Lauren surveys his 20,000-acre Colorado spread.
You see the brown wood and the sort of fade and the tin roofs. It's all part of the history.
In a rustic cabin nestled in an open field. In the majestic mountain vistas, he found his muse, his inspiration.
It's about showing people in America or wherever I was that this is beautiful.
And for 50 years, that passion for timeless style, elegance, romance has informed a distinct fashion sensibility.
You can adjust it. Make some adjustments.
Let's see it. I don't have to adjust.
Yes, you
perfect.
do. You're being a
good.
gentleman. Honestly, fix it.
Fix it?
Yeah,
all
do
right.
it right.
No, I don't do that.
He's outfitted the U.S. Olympic team since 2008 and dressed Nancy Reagan, Hillary Clinton, Michelle Obama, and Melania Trump. But growing up in the Bronx, Ralph Lauren did not foresee a future in fashion.
My mother and father wanted me a doctor or a lawyer or something that was safe, a teacher. So I think I'm very lucky. I could have been the doorman. I could have been anybody. And I think about that all the time.
You weren't preparing yourself for greatness.
Oh, I prepared myself for greatness in my mind. I did what a lot of kids did, go to the movies on Saturday afternoons and come out thinking I'm dueling with my brother or my friends and think I'm Tarzan. So there was a lot of dreaming in the Bronx. You didn't know what you were going to be.
But what Ralph Lauren had, even as a kid, was an eye for style.
What I love about this picture is, well, pretty much everything. I love it's an outfit, it is confidence, and it also looks like a Ralph Lauren picture from your future.
I thought I was cool. The sweater was my brother's, and I think a jacket was my other brother's. And I'm wearing my own Levi's at the time.
When you were styling, and you were styling with your brother's hand-me-downs, and for someone who was going to be in your business, that thing that sparked, you saw it young.
That's true, but I didn't know, I never knew this was fashion.
And yet, as a salesman in Manhattan's garment district in his early 20s, he had an epiphany about a menswear staple, the tie. It hadn't changed much in generations.
Neckties were a very important product for men. They express their sensibility. They can't buy new suits, but they can change their ties.
His tie was wider, bolder, pricier. And he called his brand Polo for a reason.
Polo represented a lifestyle, and the people that played polo were international and very elegant.
The success of polo ties begat menswear.
I was exposing what I loved and what I liked by designing clothes that fit the man who didn't want to look too fashiony, who didn't want to look like he was a dandy.
Ralph Lauren and Polo came to represent a world of luxury.
Polo by Ralph Lauren.
Whether rustic or refined, winning a lot of fans and not a few critics.
I do what I do. There are critics that love your clothes and there are critics that don't love your clothes.
The ones that didn't love it so much, what were they saying?
They didn't get it. But evidently, there must have been something I had to say, because 50 years in the fashion business that is a trendy, moving business is really hard to do that.
And it's been a big year for Lauren. This fall, his golden anniversary runway show was the glamorous high point of New York's Fashion Week. He was recently named an honorary knight by Queen Elizabeth. He threw out the first pitch at Yankee Stadium in September. And with a company now worth more than $10 billion, Ralph Lauren is a bona fide global icon. But Ralph Lauren was not the name he was born with. Until the age of 19, he was known as Ralph Lifshitz.
In the world I was growing up, the word was a tough word. It was in my name. So that name change was not about being Jewish or not Jewish or being something else.
But for this designer, the name on the label isn't what matters most.
When a woman walks in a room and she's wearing Ralph Lauren, it is not your aspiration for the room to say, well, I think she's wearing Ralph Lauren.
I'm not about what I think is sometimes a fashion victim who has to wear a label to prove that she's got taste. If you enjoy something, I like that because you're expressing who you are.
And if you presumed Ralph Lauren would be wearing Ralph Lauren for our interview,
the shirt?
We'd have both been wrong.
Well, this shirt I bought at Kmart. This is living proof of what I believe in. I love the aging of it. I love the rips. I love it all. And I like the way I look at it.
You didn't design it?
I didn't design it.
I assumed it was.
No, I happen to like this because it's the one that I have memories of.
And how come you chose it for this conversation today?
I want to look great.
And at 79, he looks pretty great. But for Ralph Lauren, fashion is not about how clothes make you look. It's about how they make you feel.
I feel cooler now than ever.
Why? How?
Because I've enjoyed my career and I'm still working really hard and well.
50 years and counting.
So let's hope it goes on.
You enjoyed that one. That was from 2018. And the next one I have from you is a documentary from the end of 2024. And this is pretty long. This is 28 minutes, so.
Ralph Lauren, an icon in the world of fashion, a name synonymous with luxury, and the mastermind behind one of the most successful global brands. But how does the man behind the polo player logo live his life off the runway? In this video, we're diving into the jaw-dropping numbers behind his current net worth, taking you inside his opulent mansion and showcasing his exclusive car collection. But before we explore his stunning luxury real estates, let's take a moment to look at the incredible journey that helped him build the massive fortune he enjoys today. Ralph Lauren is a legendary American fashion designer and savvy businessman with an astounding net worth of $8 billion. His journey to building this incredible fortune began with the creation of the Ralph Lauren Corporation, a global fashion powerhouse. The company, known for its iconic polo brand and other high-end lines, generates over $6 billion annually in revenue. Ralph Lauren Corporation is publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange, listed under the ticker symbol RL, and Ralph himself remains its largest shareholder. Currently, he holds a remarkable 33% of the company's outstanding shares. Ralph Lauren was born on October 14, 1939, in the Bronx, New York City, to parents who were Ashkenazi Jewish immigrants. His father, Frank Lifshitz, was both an artist and a house painter from Pinsk, an area that was once part of the Second Polish Republic and is now in Belarus. His mother, Frida, hailed from Drohyczyn, Poland, which is today known as Drohyczyn, Belarus. Ralph was the youngest in a family of 4 siblings, with 2 brothers and 1 sister. Growing up in the Bronx, he faced challenges, including bullying at school, which ultimately led him and his brother George to legally change their last name from Lifshitz to Lauren when Ralph was just 16 years old. Ralph Lauren started his education at a day school and later moved on to the Manhattan Talmudical Academy. After completing his early studies, he graduated from DeWitt Clinton High School in the Bronx in 1957, a school known for its strong emphasis on academics and creativity. Following high school, Ralph enrolled at Baruch College, which is part of the City University of New York, CUNY, where he began studying business. Despite his initial interest in the field, he decided to leave college after 2 years, choosing to forge his own path. Ralph Lauren grew up in the vibrant Jewish community of the Bronx, a neighborhood that also nurtured the talents of other future fashion icons like Calvin Klein and Robert Denning. This shared cultural and geographical background created a unique environment where creativity and ambition thrived. These fashion pioneers, though each distinct in their style and approach, all started their journeys in the same bustling New York borough. Ralph Lauren's journey to becoming a fashion icon had humble beginnings and a lot of determination. From 1962 to 1964, he served in the United States Army, gaining discipline and resilience that would later shape his career. After completing his service, he worked as a sales assistant at the prestigious clothing brand Brooks Brothers. Soon after, he took a job as a salesman for Rivets, a company specializing in neckties. But Ralph had bigger dreams. At just 28 years old, while working for tie manufacturer Beau Brummel, he pitched a bold idea to the company president, to create his own line of ties. This leap of faith paid off, and in 1967, he launched the Ralph Lauren Corporation, starting with a collection of men's ties. Inspired by his love for sports and timeless elegance, Ralph Lauren launched his first full menswear collection in 1968 and gave it the iconic name Polo. Starting small, he operated from a single drawer in a showroom within the Empire State Building, handling everything from designing to personally delivering his creations to stores. His dedication and vision quickly caught the attention of the fashion world. By 1969, the prestigious Manhattan department store Bloomingdale's recognized his talent and decided to exclusively carry his Polo men's line. In 1971, Ralph Lauren took his brand to new heights with the launch of his first tailored shirts for women. These shirts marked the debut of the now iconic polo player emblem, which was subtly featured on the cuff, symbolizing elegance and sophistication. This was just the beginning, as the following year he introduced his first full women's collection, showcasing his ability to blend classic designs with a modern twist. That same year, Ralph Lauren made history by opening a store on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, California. In 1972, Ralph Lauren changed the game of casual fashion by introducing the now famous cotton mesh polo shirt. Available in a variety of vibrant colors, this shirt quickly became a symbol of effortless style and sophistication. Featuring the iconic polo player logo on the chest, it captured the essence of the preppy look that would become synonymous with Ralph Lauren's brand. The launch was accompanied by a clever ad campaign with the tagline, "Every team has its color. Polo has 17," emphasizing the shirt's wide range of options and its appeal to anyone who valued both comfort and class. This signature polo shirt didn't just become a wardrobe staple. It became a cultural icon, cementing Ralph Lauren's place as a leader in timeless, all-American fashion. In 1974, Ralph Lauren made a significant mark on the world of fashion and film when he designed the costumes for the male cast of the iconic movie The Great Gatsby. He dressed them in a series of stylish 1920s-inspired suits and sweaters from his polo collection, capturing the elegance and luxury of the era. One standout moment was when he created a unique pink suit specifically for Robert Redford's portrayal of Jay Gatsby, making the character's style unforgettable. A few years later, in 1977, Ralph Lauren's designs continued to shine on the big screen when Diane Keaton and Woody Allen wore his clothes throughout Allen's film Annie Hall. Their outfits, particularly Keaton's quirky and chic ensemble, helped define the movie's groundbreaking fashion. In March 1978, Ralph Lauren made a bold move into the world of fragrance, launching his first 2 scents under the label Warner Lauren Linted. The first fragrance, Lauren, was introduced for women on March 12th, while Polo, a cologne for men, followed just 2 weeks later, on March 26th. This was a groundbreaking moment in the fashion industry, as it marked the first time a designer had launched 2 fragrances at the same time, one for men and one for women. The success of these fragrances helped expand Ralph Lauren's brand beyond clothing, further solidifying his status as a major cultural figure. The company's reach continued to grow, and in 1981, Ralph Lauren made another historic step by opening the first-ever freestanding store for an American designer on New Bond Street in London's prestigious West End. In 1986, Ralph Lauren took another bold step in expanding his brand by opening his first flagship store in New York City, located in the Grand Rhinelander Mansion on Madison Avenue and 72nd Street. To bring the building's original luxury to life, Lauren worked with a talented young design consultant named Naomi Leff, who had also collaborated with him on Ralph Lauren Home. This flagship store became a symbol of the brand's elegance and sophistication. In 1992, Ralph Lauren introduced the Polo Sport line, marking a new chapter in his collection. Over the next few years, he expanded his empire even further, launching more than 10 additional lines and acquiring well-known brands. Notable among these was the Ralph Lauren Purple label, introduced in 1995, which became synonymous with high-end luxury, and Lauren Ralph Lauren in 1996, a more accessible yet stylish collection, reaching a broader audience. On June 12, 1997, Ralph Lauren's company reached a major milestone by becoming a publicly traded company on the New York Stock Exchange. In March 1999, Ralph Lauren expanded his brand into the restaurant business with the opening of RL, a stylish 98-seat restaurant in Chicago. Located in a newly built building next to the brand's largest store at the corner of Chicago and Michigan Avenues, the restaurant quickly became a popular spot for both dining and shopping. This move into the culinary world proved to be a success, and in the following years, Ralph Lauren continued to expand his restaurant ventures. In 2010, he opened Ralph's in Paris, located at his flagship store on Boulevard Saint-Germain, offering a chic dining experience in the heart of the city. Then, in 2015, he brought the Polo Bar to New York, located inside his Polo flagship store, giving his customers another way to enjoy the brand's sophisticated lifestyle. In 2000, Ralph Lauren took a big step into the digital world by launching Polo.com, which served as both a website and an online store. This was done through a partnership called RL Media, a collaboration between Ralph Lauren and NBC. Then, in 2007, Ralph Lauren Corporation bought out NBC's share of RL Media, and the website was relaunched as ralphlauren.com. In 2008, Ralph Lauren expanded further by creating a new brand called American Living, which was sold exclusively at JCPenney. This was a major milestone, as it became the largest brand launch in both Ralph Lauren's and JCPenney's history. In 2015, Ralph Lauren made another significant change when it was announced that Stefan Larsson would replace Ralph Lauren as CEO in November of that year. However, Ralph Lauren remained involved, staying on as executive chairman and chief creative officer, ensuring his continued influence on the company's direction and creative vision. Ralph Lauren's influence goes beyond fashion, as he has graced the covers of over 100 magazines throughout his career. His iconic image has been featured on prestigious publications like Architectural Digest, GQ, Forbes, Town & Country, Time, and Vogue. To mark the 50th anniversary of his brand, Ralph Lauren hosted an unforgettable fashion show at Bethesda Terrace in Central Park on September 8, 2018. The event was attended by a star-studded guest list, including famous faces like Oprah Winfrey, Hillary Clinton, Kanye West, Robert De Niro, and Jessica Chastain. The celebration was not just a tribute to Ralph Lauren's legendary career, but also a moment to honor his influence in the worlds of fashion and culture, with many of his celebrity friends and supporters joining him for this milestone. Now, let's dive into a tour of Ralph Lauren's stunning real estates. Get ready to step inside the world of one of fashion's most influential figures and take a closer look at the real estates that match his legendary status. Ranch in Telluride, Colorado. In today's fast-paced world, filled with constant noise and the rush of urban life, there's an increasing desire to escape to a place of peace and serenity. For some, this escape comes in the form of vast open spaces, a refuge from the overcrowded cities. What could be more luxurious than owning a massive property that offers not just space, but also silence? Ralph Lauren, a name synonymous with luxury and style, found this sanctuary when he purchased a sprawling 16,000-acre farm, as large as Manhattan Island itself. Despite owning the land for over 2 decades, Lauren admits that there are still corners of this vast property he has yet to explore. This farm is more than just a piece of land. It's a self-contained world, complete with multiple houses, lakes, streams, valleys, and meadows. A true escape from the hustle and bustle of modern life. The farm features a series of meticulously crafted homes, each with its own distinct character. There are 5 guest houses, or cabins, designed with comfort and style in mind, as well as the main lodge and kitchen, where meals are prepared and shared. Throughout the property, the decor reflects Ralph Lauren's personal aesthetic and his deep connection to American culture and history. His decorating style, often described as defining American style, perfectly captures the essence of the American West. From the choice of fabrics and leathers to the colors and objects that fill each space, every detail speaks to the legacy of the land and its people. The cabins and main lodge are adorned with quilts and patchwork fabrics, many of which feature Native American motifs. There are paintings that depict buffalo hunts, paying homage to the area's rich history and the way of life that once thrived there. Large chimneys stand tall, crackling with the warmth of thick oak and birch logs, creating a cozy, inviting atmosphere. The walls of these homes are also lined with items that reflect the region's culture, like collections of Native American poetry from the Navajo, Sioux, and Shawnee tribes. The decor is further enhanced by a stunning array of artifacts, including animal skins, hunting trophies, and colorful woolen capes. Ralph Lauren also displays kachina dolls, antique feathered headdresses, and cowboy hats, all of which bring the spirit of the American West into the home. Rugs from Arizona and New Mexico add vibrant color and texture to the spaces, making each room feel alive with the history and traditions of the land. The use of red cedar for the home's sturdy structures is also significant, as it represents the resilience and strength of the region. Every corner of these homes tells a story about the area's identity, its people, its crafts, and its past. Ralph Lauren's farm is not just a retreat from the world. It is a celebration of American heritage, beautifully preserved and presented in a way that only he could. Mansion in Bedford, New York. Ralph Lauren's home in Bedford, New York, is a private haven that has intrigued many for years, yet has largely remained out of the public eye. This isn't a showpiece or a storefront for his brand. It's the home where Ralph Lauren and his wife, Ricky, lived for over a decade, raising their 3 children. Nestled in the rolling countryside, their home is surrounded by more than 250 acres of lush lawn and dense woods. To get there, the paved road eventually gives way to dirt and gravel, leading to a place that feels truly secluded from the outside world. At 17,000 square feet, the house is large, but it manages to feel welcoming rather than overwhelming. As you approach the front entrance, you're greeted by the warm scent of lilies and the sight of a George II-style side table, one of many pieces of furniture that speak to Ralph Lauren's impeccable taste. Inside, the hallway opens up to a library, a mahogany-paneled room that exudes a feeling of quiet sophistication, evoking the atmosphere of a timeless, cozy space, a place where one could easily imagine spending hours reading or reflecting. To the right of the hallway is the dining room, dominated by a grand George III table that seems to stretch endlessly across 3 pedestals. The room is full of warmth and character, with Vermeil silverware and paintings on the walls, all set against dark green velvet. The space is a beautiful mix of old-world charm and comfortable luxury. On the other side of the house, there is a classic English drawing room. This room is centered around a grand Osler crystal chandelier that hangs over the central table. The seating area surrounds a fireplace at both ends, inviting conversation and relaxation. The room is layered with paintings, rugs, and books, creating a cozy yet elegant atmosphere. Despite the abundance of decorative elements, the space feels light and airy, with the polished mahogany paneling and Georgian-style furniture adding to the room's timeless appeal. Persian rugs, worn with age, complete the room's comforting aesthetic. The dining room's curtains are designed like beautiful fringed pleated skirts, adding a touch of whimsy to the space. Throughout the home, pillows, linens, and tartan bedspreads are scattered, offering a lived-in charm that makes the house feel like a true family home. Ralph Lauren's love for collecting is evident in his wide array of metal boxes and antique plaid accessories, each piece adding a bit of character to the decor. Animal imagery, often used in the form of pencil studies of lions or oil paintings of horses and leopards, brings an element of energy to the home. This fascination with animals is especially reflected in the abundant use of leather throughout the house. Leather briefcases, suede, alligator, and crocodile skins all appear in various states, from polished and softened to worn and weathered by years of use. On the upper floor of the home is the Lauren family's private suite, a 5-room sanctuary that opens onto a circular wood-paneled hallway. The master bedroom, with its deep blue baize walls, feels like a serene, moonlit space, quiet and slightly more formal than the rest of the house. The room is designed for rest and reflection, with furniture that complements the peaceful, nighttime atmosphere of the room. Adjacent to the master bedroom is the living room, which has a more personal touch, especially with its free-flowing tartan design and a French-style table in rich gold that was clearly chosen by Ricky Lauren, reflecting her taste and influence in the home. The bathroom is a blend of old and new, featuring a central marble tub that faces an 18th-century fireplace, making the space feel like an old bedroom that was lovingly updated when indoor plumbing was introduced a century ago. This mansion, filled with layers of history, personal touches, and luxurious details, is a reflection of Ralph Lauren's unique style, a mix of classic elegance and modern comfort. Ralph Lauren's luxury car collection is one that commands attention, showcasing a blend of classic elegance, cutting-edge design, and undeniable power. Known for his impeccable taste in both fashion and automobiles, Ralph Lauren's collection includes some of the world's most coveted and rare cars. Philanthropy. Ralph Lauren has dedicated a significant portion of his philanthropic efforts to combating cancer. In 1989, he co-founded the Nina Hyde Center for Breast Cancer Research at Georgetown University Hospital in Washington, D.C., in honor of Nina Hyde, a renowned fashion correspondent who passed away from breast cancer. Lauren also played a key role in creating Fashion Targets Breast Cancer, a campaign launched in 1994 by the CFDA, which brought together the fashion industry to raise awareness and funds for breast cancer research worldwide. In 2003, he furthered his commitment by supporting the creation of the Ralph Lauren Center for Cancer Care and Prevention in Harlem, New York, a collaboration between his foundation, Memorial Sloan Kettering, and North General Hospital. His contributions continued in 2014, when Ralph Lauren Corporation partnered with the Royal Marsden, Europe's leading cancer center, to open the Royal Marsden Ralph Lauren Center for Breast Cancer Research in 2016. Most recently, in 2023, Lauren's foundation helped establish the Ralph Lauren Center for Cancer Prevention at Georgetown University's Lombardi Comprehensive Cancer Center, continuing his legacy of support for cancer research and prevention. In 2000, the Ralph Lauren Corporation introduced its volunteer program, aiming to inspire employees to get involved and build meaningful connections with local communities. Then, on September 15, 2006, Ralph Lauren launched the Pink Pony Campaign, a nationwide initiative designed to address inequalities in cancer care. The campaign focuses on raising awareness and improving prevention, screening, and treatment in underserved communities. Additionally, the Polo Jeans GIVE campaign was created in 2006 to promote community service and encourage employees to volunteer for important causes, including supporting organizations like Habitat for Humanity. After the September 11th attacks, the Polo Ralph Lauren Foundation created the American Heroes Fund to support relief efforts. This initiative allowed the company's 10,000 employees around the world, as well as their customers, to get involved and contribute to helping those affected by the tragedy. In 2004, Polo Ralph Lauren launched the Polo Fashion School, a program aimed at giving inner-city youth a chance to learn about the fashion industry. Company executives participate in this initiative, sharing their knowledge and experiences with young people to help them gain valuable insights into the world of fashion. In 1998, Ralph Lauren made a significant contribution of $10 million to save America's treasures, helping to preserve the original 1813 Star-Spangled Banner flag, which inspired Francis Scott Key to write the U.S. national anthem. This flag was later displayed in a new gallery at the Smithsonian National Museum of American History in Washington, D.C. on November 19, 2008. Additionally, in July 2013, Ralph Lauren Corporation announced its commitment to restore the prestigious École des Beaux-Arts in Paris, one of the most important art schools in France, further demonstrating the company's dedication to supporting cultural heritage. Personal life. On December 20, 1964, Ralph Lauren married Ricky Ann Lowe Beer in New York City. Ricky, the daughter of Margaret Vituch and Rudolph Lowe Beer, met Ralph 6 months earlier in a doctor's office, where she worked as a receptionist and also taught dance on alternate days. She is the author of The Hamptons, Food, Family, and History. The couple is actively involved in their community, being members of the Park Avenue Synagogue in Manhattan. They played a key role in leading the synagogue's capital campaign, which successfully concluded in 2019. Ralph Lauren and his wife, Ricky, have 3 children. Their son, Andrew Lauren, born in 1969, is a film producer and actor. Their second son, David Lauren, born in 1971, works as the executive vice president at Ralph Lauren Corporation. In September 2011, David married Lauren Bush, the granddaughter of former U.S. President George H.W. Bush. They live in Manhattan and have 3 children together. Their daughter, Dylan Lauren, born in 1974, is the owner of Dylan's Candy Bar in New York City. In June 2011, Dylan married Paul Arroway, a hedge fund manager. The couple welcomed twins on April 13, 2015, through a surrogate in New York City. In April 1987, Ralph Lauren had surgery to remove a benign brain tumor. Thankfully, he made a full recovery after the procedure. Thank you so much for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed learning more about this legendary designer and his incredible lifestyle.
The last one I have for you is a trailer of the movie or the documentary Very Ralph, and it's just a minute.
You can be inspired by people over the years, but you can't be a copy. In order to last in your career, you have to be an original. And so for me, it was always originality, with influences that I've lived with. I don't think I am the great creator of the newest things in life, but I don't think that's what the world is about. It's about wearability, it's about presentation of who you want to be, it's about understatement, it doesn't have to be overstatement. Katharine Hepburn, Audrey Hepburn, they were very individual women that both were of different ages and yet created a statement. It doesn't matter what year it was. People will say, oh, that's Audrey Hepburn. That's Audrey. That's Katharine Hepburn. They were able to take understatement and just give it style. And timeless. And that's what I believe.
So with that, I just want to show one more thing, and that's just a couple of pictures that were shared to us by Miriam. And this is DeWitt Clinton High School, where Ralph Lauren and Larry Sivek, Miriam's late husband, graduated from. Also Calvin Klein and Penny Marshall also attended this school. And this is the yearbook of Miriam's late husband, Larry, and what Ralph wrote to Larry: good luck, Ralph. They were good friends for over 20 years. And when they were newlyweds, Ralph and Ricky lived in one of these buildings, and Larry and Miriam lived here as well. And this is in New York. And I just wrote this, that Miriam Sivek's late husband, Larry, and Ralph were friends for over 20 years. They all lived on the same block for at least 5 years until the Laurens moved to the Upper East Side and Ralph launched his polo tie line. From there, it was the stratosphere for Ralph. He was a very hard worker, a visionary, and a good person. He deserves his success. And this is written by Miriam.